What's going on in 92117 real estate? Hang around for a few minutes and I will show you what's happening. Today we are going to take a look at 92117, the whole zip code, and then we're going to zoom in and take a look at specifically an area called Bay Ho. Now this is being done by special request, so slightly different than maybe some of the other zip code update videos that you've seen, although will be pretty familiar as well. So let's jump right in and take a look first at the entire zip code 92117 and see what's going on. So when you look at this zip code, it is generally south of 52 and west of 805, north of what do we got here? North of Balboa Avenue, more or less, although we do have Bay Park that dips down here, and then of course east of Interstate 5. So that is a pretty good chunk of the center of the city of San Diego. And what's going on there right now is we have 109 active listings and only 44 pending, which is actually not that crazy when you look at some of the other zip codes around town. This is a little worse than 2 to 1, but again, that's kind of what's happening all over the county right now. And then when we look at the last 30 days, we have 37 sold. So few more pending than we have sold in the last 30 days. But I'm going to call that roughly even because a couple of these 44 are likely not to close in the next 30 days. That's just the nature of things. So with that, let's go ahead and zoom in a little further into this zip code because we do have this special request for specifically the Bay Ho area of 92117. Okay, so let's take a look now at what's going on more specifically in Bay Ho. Now, I have defined the boundaries according to the city of San Diego here and used Google Maps to help me with that. And I'm sure that we could probably debate the boundaries of this area back and forth among different folks, although what I am calling Bay Ho and generally what the city of San Diego calls Bay Ho is south of 52, west of Regents and Claremont Mesa and Claremont Drive, north of Balboa, and east of Interstate 5. So that is the boundary that we've drawn here. Now this part of town, and really more or less most of 92117 was part of the post-World War II San Diego housing boom. Need for single-family homes at that time was tremendous. The entire country was going through boom at that time, and then also the defense industry in San Diego going through a massive boom at that time, or at least during the war it was. And so this area got built up at that time. So a lot of mid 20th century style homes in this area. So looking at Bay Ho, what we have are 22 active listings, 16 pending. So pretty decent tight ratio there. 9 sold in the last 30 days. So that means pendings have jumped up pretty decently in the last 30 days. So that's a good thing for sellers. And 22 active listings means that buyers have, if you're looking specifically in this area, you've got some stuff to choose from. Now, let us go ahead and take a look at the longer term trends. So what I've done here is we've got Bay Ho in orange, 92117 in green, and San Diego County in blue, and this is single family detached homes. Now, I've talked to a lot of folks recently about the fact that in the first part of these videos, we give you a total market overview, and we're mixing attached and detached when we're talking about the number of active, the number of pending, the number of sold. Now, when we get to this point, when we're looking back 3 years, we do focus in on detached homes. And I've said many times that if folks want to see specifically a graph like this for attached housing, we can do that. But in this particular space, in this InfoSparks graph, we don't mix housing types just because it will throw the data off. However, generally in any given zip code in any given area, there just aren't enough attached homes to make sort of a meaningful graph. You can see how the graph is already very jagged just due to a fewer data points than the entire county. And then when you filter out and just look at attached only, you're going to get a very jagged, wonky looking graph. So that's how we're doing it. And if folks want other information, as you can see, we're doing a custom video today. We can do custom reports, email them to you, custom video for a smaller area and send that to you. But those are more individualized, nuanced conversations that will generally take place off of YouTube, more or less. And you know, I've been a realtor for more than 20 years, and I have sat with many people, whether it's at the kitchen table or on Zoom, and really dived into the data for their neighborhood or whatever it is, whatever their goal is. So without getting really super specific into individual viewers' real estate goals, we're trying to give you a high-level overview. So I hope that helps kind of explain what we're doing here. Now, looking at median sale price going back to early 2022, January, Bayho was at 1.4375 and 92117 as a whole at 1215. So Bayho, higher median sale price when you separate that one out. And you can see that in general, it does stay above what's going on in the entire zip code when you isolate it. So what's happening today? 92117 is at 1.1 million. Bayho is at 1.465. San Diego County, 1125. Now, when we look at the percent of original list price to final close sale price, that graph is going to look really, really similar no matter what you overlay onto it, because this is the ratio of original list price to final close sale price. As I've said many, many times, it went wild in the spring of 2022. It went way down in the summer and early fall of 2022. It's been up and down since then, and here we are today. San Diego County, 98%, Bayho, 99.8%, 92117 as a whole, 98.7%. So for the most part, homes that are selling, whether it's in the entire county, whether it's in the entire 92117 zip code, or whether it's specifically in Bayho, the homes that are selling are still selling very, very close to full price. And those that aren't selling, so we don't know what they sold for yet. So in general, this has been true for the last 20 years or so. The average list to sale price ratio typically stays somewhere between 96 and 98%. And then we do have extreme situations where it has dived down before. And the most recent dive that we've had was in the summer and fall of 2022. Looking at market time right now, all three about the same. 92117 at 15 days, Bayho at 12 days, San Diego County 28 days. So that's what's going on in a nutshell in 92117 and in Bayho. If you enjoy this content, please remember to like, share, subscribe, and comment. Let us know in the comments if there's a zip code or a segment of a zip code that you'd like to see us look into for you. And if you want that really fine detail, we're going to have to talk. So send us a message, give us a call. We are here for you pretty much 7 days a week, 24/7. So send us a message, give us a call if you want to talk. Until then, have a great day, and we'll see you here.